Hello, Polly from the future here. Just a little bit of housekeeping. This podcast was actually recorded back in lockdown 1, back in April 2020.
Remember that? I do.
So,
Bridge Farm does.
Thank you, Thomas. So basically, the podcast you're about to hear is spoken with the true naivety of people who thought that the pandemic was going to be over by the summer. So please take that with a pinch of salt, but we really enjoyed this podcast and we really wanted to publish it anyway. So I hope you also enjoy listening.
And with that, enjoy!
Hello, you're listening to Historically Accurate Sandcastles, the podcast that isn't about sandcastles, historically accurate otherwise. My name is Polly Jean Harrison, and I once gave a bottle of water to the Go Compare man.
Did you really?
I did, yeah, I met the Go Compare man.
You've actually met him?
Yeah.
Shay, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
No, Wyn Evans?
Wyn Evans.
Something like that, yeah.
Because he's almost a Welsh national icon.
100%, yeah. He is a true
Merlin
hero
of our time.
Yeah, no, it was when I was working at this Llangollen Eisteddfod. He does a lot with the Eisteddfod and presents for their TV.
Oh, nice.
Footage. Well, he did anyway at the time. This was quite a few years ago now. This was when I was still in school. And I was working in the competitors' tent, which was basically like refreshments for all the competitors. Yeah. He came in to film a little bit, doing some tap folk dancing with some of the competitors, and he came up to me being like, "Oh, can I have a bottle of water?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can. There you go."
That's quite cool, actually.
That's my fun fact for this week. If you don't know who the Go Compare man is,
you clearly haven't lived.
You're not from the UK. Do they? I mean, I assume it's not just a Welsh thing. They do it everywhere.
Oh yeah,
don't
must do.
Okay, well just Google Go Compare man, and you'll understand.
He is the Welsh Italian.
If Wales
stereotype.
If Wales had their own currency, he would be on the £10 note.
Oh really?
I think so.
Okay, that might be a question for later. Which Welsh icons would you put on notes? That could be. The
Go Compare man would be one of them.
See, the question is: do you go historical people, or do you go for modern icons? Because you could say Shane Williams. You could say
Shane Williams.
Shane Williams.
I don't know who that is.
Rugby player. Iconic rugby player.
Oh, that's a
bit like saying Ryan Giggs, really, isn't it?
See, again, I don't really know who Ryan Giggs is. I know he's a footballer, but if you plonked him in a lineup in front of me with a bunch of other footballers and told me to pick him up, I wouldn't have a clue.
No, okay.
I would genuinely.
I mean, Owen Glendower would probably be on it.
See, Tom Jones.
Yeah, see that these are the sort of people that you would.
Tom Jones would be on it.
Yes. I'd like to think Dylan Thomas. I'd like to think Roald Dahl.
Yes, Roald Dahl.
He just purely to even just celebrate the fact he's Norwegian as well.
There was some good. This is a really weird tangent, but in
we've started well, listener.
We have started very well. I read the magazine you got me. The Shire.
Oh, Shire magazine.
There's a magazine called the Shire. It's basically a local magazine for where we live, so Chester, Shropshire, Wrexham, all that
Mid-Wales,
kind of area. And in it they had a thing about historical women from the area, and there was some in there that I didn't know, so I was like, if I had it in front of me I'd talk about it, but I've forgotten them all now, but some of those would be good. I think, for money.
That was the thing, Ladies Llangollen, which is one of your areas as such.
Sorry, we're just eating chocolate orange while we record this because we're professionals.
Yeah, and drinking wine.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We've also got a fire going next to us.
It's not necessarily cold, but then again, it's not a hot summer's evening.
Yeah, we are outside in case that wasn't abundantly clear by the fact that
birds,
the stream, cars,
possibly
wind.
Yeah.
If that wasn't obvious.
Can't wait to hear this sounds in post. No. We've been desperate to do an outdoor pod. Well, we've been desperate to do a pod for 2 weeks. I think we've
been desperate to do a podcast anyway, because it's one of those things we keep being we need to do a podcast, and that we don't do it.
I mean, I'm afraid to say, dear listener, the Italian edition may be on hold for some time.
The Italian edition will be on hold forever.
Until we go back.
Yeah.
Because we didn't record one.
Because we didn't even vlog. When we went to Italy, we were we'll vlog Italy. Well,
I was desperate to vlog.
And then I think we took one video of us talking on the bus, or waiting for the bus.
Yes, that was good.
And then after that, we just were so
taken up
busy
by the moment
and enjoying Venice that we just didn't vlog. I mean, I did, to be fair, in my credit, I did video quite a few things.
Oh yeah.
I did video a lot of bits, but it was all like B-roll. I didn't actually talk to the camera.
No. But then it's always because both of us watch a lot of vloggers, and it's always that part of. Yes, they go on some amazing tours and holidays and amazing places, but you've got to hope in the back of your mind that they also do just switch off the camera.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all that kind of being in the moment thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and Venice.
We were just in the moment. Yeah, we didn't have enough. Not even that we didn't have enough time, but it's like we didn't want to do anything but be in the moment because it was Venice, and we only had like 3 days in Venice.
Oh yeah, Venice went super quick for something that you were sort of going. This shouldn't be super quick, and yet it is. No, Venice was brilliant. In fact,
I'm pretty sure we've talked about Venice in the last one. I think we just half our life revolves around Venice now because it was such a good holiday.
At the moment, it's revolving around Venice because it's the last real brilliant moment of my life.
Venice,
or at least it's a standout that I could say that happened.
Venice marked the end of normality, and now everything is terrible.
Yes.
So, recorded for the future listeners, this podcast is recorded during the pandemic. We are still in lockdown.
Yeah.
Weeks 5, 6?
No, it can't be that long.
No, it is, yeah.
We've had the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, then I've been here for 2.
No,
so this is
I swear you've been here longer than that.
No, I've only been here for 2. 2 on Monday.
Okay. Yeah, no.
So, I'm now
days
staying...
have all become interchangeable.
I don't measure time in days and or minutes or hours anymore.
No.
I measure time by like stupid things, so like food, like meals. Also, a funny one I thought of before that I was going to tweet about but haven't yet is bars of soap. So since I've been here, we've gone through a full bar of soap.
Okay.
That's a good way of measuring time.
Yeah, that is actually.
But yeah. Anyway, talking about nicer stuff, because who wants to talk about the icky lockdown?
I mean, I need to be introduced still.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we completely tangented.
Technically, I'm not actually here yet.
Anyway, today I am joined by the wonderful Thomas!
Hey! What a shock, surprise. Applause.
Did I officially promote you to co-presenter?
No.
I think I did in the last one.
Did you?
I think I did. To be fair, I haven't edited the last one yet, so God knows what happened in that one.
Are we going to have another go at doing this episode?
No, don't say what episode number it is, because I don't know anymore. I just upload... I
want this to be uploaded with episode ?
Episode... No, because you said that for the last one. ?
Exclamation mark, question mark.
Once I've uploaded them, it firmly becomes episode number whatever, but until I upload it, it could be episode number anything, because I don't necessarily upload them in order, or we record them and be like, this is episode 4, and then episode 4 has really bad audio problems and so is unusable, which happened, if you remember Pubcast.
I do not remember Pubcast.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't necessarily, because I was in a pub.
We didn't drink that much. We drove home afterwards. We literally had to drive home.
Yeah, I know. Disappointing.
Yeah.
My fun fact.
Yes, what's your fun fact?
My fun fact is I like playing with chimeras.
That's a really terrible fun fact.
But
is it better? It's not. It's a chimnea, not a chimera.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure a chimera is a Greek mythological creature.
I know, and they're cool.
Is that why you? Is that? Why don't you call it like Charmander?
Ooh.
It's the Charmander.
Charmander. Oof. Good name.
You like that? You like that?
I
thought you would. I thought you would. But yeah, don't. He just shoved his finger in the fire because
I was moving a stick.
Yeah, but you don't do it with your fingers, do you?
No.
No.
I need to make a fire stick.
You do need to. Or just use one of the. No, actually, that's too big, isn't it? We've got. We went for a walk the other day.
And we've made ourselves.
Like
again,
walking
the
sticks.
magic of radio.
Ooh, ASMR.
ASMR noises.
I was going to be inappropriate then.
We made ourselves staffs or walking sticks.
I mean, basically, I don't know if anyone else ever did this, but every time when I was a kid, and I'm assuming the same is going to be for you, I say when I'm a kid, I'm 24 and we did it this time, but every time you go for a walk in the woods, you have to find yourself a decent stick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just gotta. Like, you gotta find yourself a good stick. No matter, even if the whole way is, like, flat and you're in the woods for 5 minutes, you've got to find yourself a decent stick.
Well, we did that on New Year's Day. We went to the beach with my parents.
Yes.
I found myself a stick.
You did find. I remember that.
And then there's a brilliant picture of me standing on top of a sand dune with it planted in the ground, a la a flag.
Yeah.
And me doing my fantastic Victorian explorers pose.
It was a good picture. Where was that? Was Borth? Was it? No.
No. Yeah, Anaslas.
Anaslas. Yeah. So we went for a lovely walk on Anaslas Beach near Aberystwyth on New Year's Day, and of course Muggins here. Had to be a bit of a ponce.
Ponce. I mean, ponce is just my raison d'etre, really.
Oh, yeah. If Thomas Corbett, ponce.
Yeah. I mean, there's many different words actually for me, but ponce is probably up there.
Ponce is a good one. I feel like ponce is the most descriptive.
Yeah.
Like, ponce is a good word. Yeah.
Ponce is a word you can get behind.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway. No, I like chimeras, which we're now going to call Charmanders. I mean, I would have decent fun facts, but...
Yeah, be more interesting. Why aren't you more interesting?
Oh, I don't know.
Just, God, why are you so boring?
Wow. I've run out of fun facts, listener.
You had one good one, and the rest have been really bad. Well, not bad, just a bit like...
Oh, fair enough. So I will argue the point with fun facts is you never quite know if your fun facts are fun facts.
Playing with chimeras, you've got me saying it now. Playing with chimeras, it's not fun.
I don't know. If you're a boy.
Boy things.
Boy things.
This is what was that book when there was a book when we were kids and it was all like boy stuff.
The Scout Handbook.
No, I can't remember. The Dangerous Book for Boys.
Oh yes, I've got that.
And I remember being so offended.
Well, they did a book for girls.
Did, and I got it, but I don't know why. It just wasn't the same.
No.
This was I got it during my non-girly phase. So I think every girl in their life goes through a phase where they're like, I don't like the colour pink because it's girly, and because obviously being girly is a bad thing. Hashtag patriarchy, hashtag universe, hashtag let's not get into this now.
Hashtag just saying, hashtag.
Just saying.
Hashtag just putting it out
and then
there.
I got that at that time, and it just didn't do it for me. No. And then I grew out of that phase and figured out pink is an amazing colour.
Just all colours.
And being girly is fine.
I mean, it's a bit like I definitely have leaned into blue is a boy's colour, but just blue is a Tom Corbett colour.
Yeah, blue is your colour.
Blue is my colour. With either a bit of yellow.
Oh, a bit of blue and yellow, is it?
Yeah.
Blue and yellow. I wonder why that is.
Or a bit of blue and red.
Why blue and yellow?
Oh, don't. He says covering up his Shrewsbury Town hoodie.
Oh, do you support Shrewsbury Town Football Club?
Oh, don't.
Do you? Do you really? I didn't know that. Do you support Shrewsbury? This is brand new information.
Is it really?
You? Shrewsbury? Shocking.
Yeah, very shocking.
That's heavy sarcasm, by the way, dear listener.
I'd
say that's probably about 20% of your personality, the fact that you support Shrewsbury Town Football Club, if not more.
I don't. Do you know what? People they have it on Facebook, don't they? Personality tests or nationality tests or whatever.
Yeah.
All these tests you can do to determine your makeup or your social background or whatever.
Yeah.
I live in dread of the day I've got to actually genuinely do one. Utter dread.
Yeah, because it will be...
It will just be...
I can tell you what it will be.
I don't want to know, because it's so painfully obvious, and I'm aware I'm a meme. I'm aware I'm actually a stereotype of myself.
What's quite brilliant about you is that you like the things that you like, and that's fine, but you embody them. Yes. And I don't mean that in like a bad way.
No.
But you just you wear your likes on your sleeve. So It's very clear that you like football, you like wargaming, you like history, you like all these things.
I like left wing politics.
Yeah. You don't go, what's the word I want? You don't go quietly.
No.
On anything.
No, it's not subtle.
Yeah.
It's subtlety wrapped in a brick.
Yes, subtlety wrapped in. That's good. Whereas I feel like I'm not necessarily more subtle, but I just like lots of things.
I think what I'm very good at doing is choosing my moments. So the football things tend to be fairly, because it's just a football. But there's a lot of my personality you wouldn't know unless you actually knew me. And you've got to have different characters at work.
Everyone has a million different personalities.
I'm aware people from work listen to this, and I actually think some of the stuff that if they actually knew, they'd be like, "Whoa, what?" And But that's just because you've got to have different parts of your life for different people.
I think everyone has different personalities, and I think one of my favourite things, and this is probably going to sound a bit weird, but one of my favourite things is when I'm with a person, like a friend, whoever, and then that person meets someone that they know that I don't know, and then seeing how they interact with them. And so, like, for example, you had that Skype call with your friends last week. Yeah. That was funny to see how you interacted with them. Like, what, Thomas, were you with them? Yeah. And it wasn't different. Like there was just like micro, tiny little things that you're like, so that's the Thomas you are with your friends. Yeah. Compared to the Thomas you are with me, and then like the Thomas you are with your parents is slightly different to the Thomas you are with me, and it's all. Oh yeah. But not so much that it's such a drastic.
But I revel in it, you see.
Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Because almost it's going to sound very strange on this one, but because my job is so public focused, because my job is literally selling wine to people, I've got to be in that. I've always described it to people as I am an NPC. If you ever play a video game and if you ever walk into
you are the merchant.
I am the merchant NPC in a game, and I love, and occasionally because you get slightly bored occasionally at work and you daydream about it whilst you wait for people to look at wine on the shelves, because obviously let them browse, enjoy it because it's a fantastic experience. But there's a lot in the back of my mind going, what do you do next? Because obviously you made a conscious decision to come and see us and buy wine, and then you go home. I mean, I'd love to know if I've ever sold somebody a hangover. I've definitely sold myself a hangover. Oh. That's for certain.
Jesus, of course you have.
But there's just little silly things about. I'd love to know if I'm selling somebody a hangover, or when you have
you want to know the next part of the story.
Yeah, because I've picked grapes. I've been part of the winemaking process. I've pushed a couple of buttons on machines. I've seen wine being bottled, labelled, parcelled. To all extensive purposes, I've seen it shipped. I've certainly seen it arrive, seen it put into a warehouse, seen it packed, seen it delivered it myself, hand delivered. I've done near enough every stage apart from that final stage, and it's almost the one that you have no control over.
What they do with it.
Yeah, and how, because I can sell somebody a bottle of champagne, and of course it can be as a wedding present, it can be as a commemoration present, it can be celebration for writing a good article. You know, you can go down 101 different routes with a bottle of wine. And is it just the narrative in me that just would be desperate to know what happens next?
I think we all like stories.
Yeah.
And basically. We all like stories, and we all hate not knowing. I hate not knowing.
And of course it's part of the daydreaming of everyday life, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm desperately nosy. I'd probably ask people, say, what's it for? Because I can't handle not knowing things. It's so frustrating to me. Yeah. Especially when people always go, I'm going to see something, never mind. Never mind is my least favourite phrase in the whole world. Oh. Just tell me. Yeah. Or just never mind.
Yeah. Don't be half-hearted with it.
Yeah.
And just be honest about it sometimes. It's pure curiosity. I mean, it's entirely my own fault for being that nosy. But it's just idle daydreaming, as I say, whilst you wait and watch people do things.
Curiosity killed the cat.
But satisfaction brought it back.
Exactly. No. So what have you been up to?
Oh, God. I've played some Civilization 5. I've played a really, really good game called Suzerlin.
Nerd.
Which is an RPG click and text thing. Painted a lot of figures, done a bit of research.
Figures for what?
Oh, 7 Years War.
For wargaming.
Oh yeah, for wargaming.
You've got to explain what it is for people that
for wargaming. So my Portuguese army, which is now taking on a life of its own, and I'm rapidly appearing to become somewhat of an expert in the field of the history of the 7 Years War Portuguese army, at least in English. And there seems to be me and about one other guy who seems to know anything about this and is therefore desperately trying to not only research but write and do anything with this army. What else have I been doing? Painted some Hesse Cassians, painted some English Civil War, finished off the French for the Quiberon Bay game, which we're meant to be doing next year.
Because you're in a
Wargames Club.
Yeah.
And we put on shows, and our next game is going to be huge. But more on that later. And we basically had a whale of a time just existing, really. It's been really, really, really nice.
We have done a lot whilst not doing very much, as is the nature of the current situation. He's just going to get more wood. Hang on.
And I'm back.
Anyway. But yeah, we've done a lot. Oh, if you're going to be making noise, I'll wait. So we've done a lot of stuff. A lot of just, like you say, just existing. I've been doing a lot of cooking. Oh my god, we have nailed the cooking game, which I think a lot of people have, but I think we have done it the best.
Yes.
What did we...
Do you want to run through a list?
Yeah, so I think the highlights of the things we cooked: homemade onion rings.
Yes.
That was quality. Then we did homemade fried battered fish and chips.
Yes.
That was good. Chinese, we did a Chinese feast.
Oh.
We basically recreated what you'd get from the Chinese takeaway. So we did sweet and sour chicken balls, homemade.
Yes, which
we
was
did
stunning.
Duck pancakes, which you can get from Aldi, which are amazing.
Spare ribs.
We made our own Chinese barbecue spare ribs. Oh my god, they were bloody lovely.
And the marinade we did, and then the barbecue sauce was to die.
And then the best bit about it was we ate it all the next day for like lunch. Chinese
we did
leftovers.
rice. We did stir fried vegetables.
It was a feast. It was an utter feast.
Yeah, and that the problem is that the lockdown has basically taught you what you miss about life. And yes, it's family. Yes, it's a lot of other things. But dear listener, the main thing you miss is a chippy. You miss just. It's the joy of just going to a Nando's. Just little things that you just desperately want to do.
We said the other day, because we went for a walk, and we went for a walk before tea, and we set off about like 3:30, didn't we? You didn't end up getting back here to the house until about 5, because we went on a bloody long walk.
Yeah.
And as we were walking back, we were just like, oh god, we've got to go back and cook tea now.
Yeah.
We just got to the pub, wouldn't we? Any normal day, we just go out for food. Like, we just carry on walking into the village where there's a couple of restaurants, pubs or whatever.
Yeah.
Just not even necessarily going out, but just not having to cook.
It's just having these and enjoying an atmosphere, enjoying an experience, and not having to set everything down yourself, lay the table, do bits and pieces.
It's nice to have everyone do everything else for you, and all you have to do is show up and eat.
Yeah.
Like that's great.
Yeah.
It's
the fish and chips were lovely, and then playing around with the batter. So we did mushrooms.
We did mushrooms in batter, which surprisingly really worked.
Yes. Garlic mushrooms as well, which were
garlic mushrooms in batter. I feel like that would have been better if we marinated the mushrooms.
Yes.
Rather than put the garlic, because we put garlic powder in the batter.
Yeah.
And while that worked, I feel like if we did like a nice herby marinade on the mushrooms and then battered it.
It's the only thing I've ever had where I've gone, no, batter wasn't the right option. Breaded would be better.
Breaded mushrooms are the go-to, aren't they? Breaded mushrooms, garlic mushrooms.
That's what you wanted.
Well, we will have to try that.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, we've been doing fried chicken as well, not just chicken balls. We've
done a load of cakes.
I'll mention the curry quickly.
Oh, the curry was good.
Because part of that we made onion rings from scratch.
Yeah, onion bhajis. We're basically doing a lot of from scratch cooking.
Which is
because you've got the time.
Well, it's a bit like today. We've made minced beef and onion pie from scratch, potato dauphinoise from scratch.
We still have some of that left. I'm so tempted to go get the bowl and
just eat it
now.
Yeah, entirely.
Eat it with a fork because it was so good.
But it's that real thing at the moment that it's a Wednesday, for context. Any other Wednesday, okay, you could probably make the pie.
A midweek pie.
Is
a midweek pie. A pie on a weekday. That's unheard of.
And this, I mean, again, labouring the point, but from scratch, and we had the meat marinating overnight.
I mean, we can't say from scratch because we used ready-made pastry.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. But
the filling was from
scratch. And even just to put it together and actually have it. But that's the weird thing at the moment. you've got time to make that effort. You've got time to enjoy what you really
everyone's
want to do.
getting into cooking. Everyone I speak to is like, oh, I'm getting into be cooking. So
to me, that's half the point of what you should be trying to do. You know.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of baking.
Cakes.
We've made a stunning, and I mean stunning,
smashed it,
3-layer lemon cake with limoncello buttercream. Holy crap!
Swears.
Like, it was amazing.
Because when you said we should do a cake, there's me wanting to do my chocolate thing. And you go, I would like to have a cake as well. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And was it you? I said lemon drizzle cake, and you went, yeah, but I want to do tiered. I went, well,
yeah.
lemon curd.
The problem I have with lemon drizzle is I like lemon drizzle, but
it's a bit stodgy.
I wanted to do like a proper cake, like a 3-layer cake.
Because we'd done a cake before that.
Yeah, we did the coffee cake,
which was lovely.
Coffee and chocolate. But it
mocha cake. It was good.
Yeah, it was good, but it was ugly.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do a pretty cake, and the limoncello cake was quite pretty.
The buttercream by itself is stunning, but when you basically add in alcohol, and not only that, but limoncello.
Homemade limoncello.
Yes, homemade limoncello. I made that myself.
That you made last year.
It's to die for.
It's so good. And then there was a bit of lemon essence in there. To be fair, if we had it, I'd have put just a lemon rind in there, but we didn't. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, make do. It was bloody lovely.
Yeah.
To the point where I think we should make it again. I told my mum about it, and she was like, "Why don't you make things like that at home?"
Do you know what I thought of the other day?
What?
So same concept, but don't do lemons. Do orange.
Ooh.
And do a Cointreau buttercream.
A Cointreau?
And then do marmalade.
Oh, that's got legs.
Yeah, I want to do that. That's the next one to do.
That's got legs.
Next time you suggested doing cake, that was going to be my suggestion.
I like that.
I want to do the cognac
Cointreau. Okay, we'll have to look into that.
Because it's exactly the same thing. We've got orange essence.
Yeah.
Decent thick cut marmalade, because they want to give you the rind. Actually.
Yeah.
And then just do a Cointreau buttercream.
Interesting.
And then just almost like some orange food colouring as well, just to change it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really desperate to do as well? I don't know why. I'm desperate to do like some bog standard fairy cakes.
Well,
just with like...
Is it because we've also made cupcakes?
Yeah, we made, for the first time in my life last week, we made cupcakes from a box.
Yeah.
They were frozen ones because we bought them to watch
Frozen
2. We were like, we are going to have a theme night. We'll make frozen cupcakes.
We've been having the best life, in fairness. This is the worst thing.
But I've never in my life made cake from a box before. I've always made it from scratch, and it kind of went against everything I stand for.
Yeah.
And the cake was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. It wasn't the best cake in the world.
You know the cake you buy for £1, and it's got that cardboardy sandwich.
It just wasn't great. I mean, it was fine.
It was
a cake. Yeah, it was. The alternative was no cake.
Yeah.
And in which case, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'm desperate to make. Yeah, we've got Toy Story. We're gonna watch Toy Story 4. And now we have a Toy Story cake box that we're gonna do.
It's £1.
Yeah, it was £1 from B&M, so we couldn't really say no.
Basically.
But no, I'm desperate to do just basic bitch fairy cakes with water icing and sprinkles. Because I really love water icing.
It's true. It's easy enough to do.
Yeah, you just put water in icing sugar.
Yeah. And I bought a kilogram of it.
Yeah, you did. You bought so much icing sugar.
So we've got salted butter, and we've got... Yeah.
Yeah, we've got all the stuff.
It might have to be a tomorrow job, in fairness.
Yeah, to be fair. Though I've got uni tomorrow.
That's right.
I've got all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it might not be all day, but... Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went lots of walks. We went on a pilgrimage the other day for cheese, which I thought was really funny. Yeah, I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
But at the moment, there's just that genuine sense of you've just got to try and achieve what you can in the local area. And if anything, if you've got to keep yourself busy, just keep yourself busy. And that's fairly easy to do, especially when you're in an area where there's a lot to do anyway. I mean, we're blessed that we've got rural countryside and
yeah, you live in a very rural area, so we'd be going on lots of woodland walks, and we walked to the farm shop, which is where we got cheese from. We got a bloody stunning cheese selection.
We finished off on top of the potato dauphinoise. That was stunning.
There's still the goat cheese and stuff in there. The Italian, we need to do something with the Italian.
Well,
we bought Tom bought an Italian
tomorrow.
cheese. What's tomorrow food?
Mince.
Mince?
We got mince.
We have mince today.
I know, that's why I'm thinking not mince, but I'll work on it. We've got pizza.
Oh, okay, well, pizza. But yeah, we bought...
we'll put the extra cheese on the pizza.
Oh, not the Italian cheese, over in the pizza.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something for like a cheese sauce.
Well, we'll do pasta with it, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. A pasta would be fine, but not on a pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like this weird... It's kind of like brie.
But it's not as...
And it's not bad. It's just not good.
It's not what you want.
No, I don't quite know why you bought it, because I know you like the hard cheeses, and it's a very soft cheese.
I like buying occasions just different, because it's a bit like when we went to Venice. We had all the different hams, and we looked at cheese for ages.
But I think we were like, we're not going to eat all that cheese, and we've got
not
no
in
way
4
of
days.
Well, not even that, but we had no way of storing it, so we kind of have to eat it that night, and they were all massive blocks of cheese.
And my Italian isn't good enough to say cinquante grams, please.
Well, it was all prepackaged, wasn't it?
No, there was a deli counter.
Oh, was it? Oh,
there was a deli counter, and I just looked at it and went, nah.
Yeah. I would have liked the cheese. If we had a fridge, we would have bought the cheese.
Possibly.
But because we didn't, I don't like the idea of leaving cheese out for 4 days.
Well, even just... And we didn't know what we were going to be doing ourselves.
No.
And we purposely didn't try to stay in the flat if we could help it.
The flat is very grandiose. It was a hotel room. It was a small hotel room. We're talking about Venice again. I feel like that's all we talk about now.
It's a good point of reference.
It is, yeah. You know, BL before lockdown.
Yeah, jeez. No, it's
just been very like...
We've done a lot of nice things, and it's been... That's the weirdest thing about it. It's been actually just enjoyable.
I mean, I've been working non-stop.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't stopped for the past week. Just working
Well, you've just smashed everything out.
Yeah, but
somebody gives you something to do, and you just go, yeah.
Yeah, but then I've got so much more to do. It just never stops. Literally never stops. And not even all of it. The problem is, it's all my own doing. I keep signing up to write.
Yeah,
again,
you're talking to me like it's it's all
No, it's all my fault. I keep finishing all my work and then immediately signing up for more work. And it's like, why do I keep doing that? Because I'm not happy unless I'm stressed out.
Yeah, same. Which, you do you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool, So yeah, it's just been very
it's been very pleasant. It's been very enjoyable.
As enjoyable as it can be. I think there's still for me at least, there's still the background stress.
I've near enough, apart from objectively looking at it, I've tuned it out.
That's okay.
Because at the moment, there feels very little that you can do.
Oh, yeah.
And that because I know I can't affect it apart from just doing what I've been told to do.
Yeah.
To the best of your ability. That's all I've been there for trying to achieve.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting, especially some of the things that have been flying around Facebook and Twitter. People will look back at this in a year's time about, what were we doing? How was it? That's the more fascinating thing, how people look back at this, remember this. What they did, what they got up to. I mean, that's half the point where I've been desperate to paint figures. It's not necessarily just to give me something to do, but also I want to look back at this period and go, I did this. This has been a legitimate way of me doing. What?
No, I just mine. Hang on, I'll wait for this car to go past. In that respect, then, my lockdown thing is making baby Yodas.
but that's good, you see. That to me is the point. That's why you do stuff. That's why you try and achieve as much as possible. I mean, I know others are writing papers, news research. I think we'll look back at this, and for a lot of people, it will just have been an early summer holiday. There's a lot that you could get right, there's a lot you could get wrong, but at the moment, apart from just surviving.
Anyway, moving on to brighter subjects.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of things we could talk about.
Yeah. Brief pause.
You going for a wee?
No.
No? Oh, for wood. There's plenty of wood right here. That would be funnier if I had a penis. Unfortunately, I do not.
This is you never thought you'd hear from your girlfriend. That'd be funny if I had a wang. What?
I didn't say wang, did I?
No, but
wang is awfully uncouth. I think, like, there's a lot of, if you didn't know, I'm sure I've talked about it multiple times. I am doing a master's in journalism.
Yes, which is brilliant.
Thank you.
Half the reason we do this, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing, that's why I do it, but like quite a few people on my course also started podcasts.
Yeah.
And I look at theirs and I think of how like professional and really good they are, and then I look at ours.
What do you mean they're professional?
Well, not professional, but you know what I mean? They all have like very consistent theming, it's all very this and that, and they're all like on topic and doing their Twitter and their social media stuff.
We did a live show.
Charlie and Shannon, who do Girls IRL podcast, keep getting featured on BBC Upload.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I said we should upload to BBC Radio.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything good enough. That's what I'm saying. I look at our podcast and think, man, theirs is so much better. Ours is just random. Ours is just us talking rubbish.
Yeah, but that's
40 minutes, and that's its charm. That's why I like doing it. It's a very me podcast.
That's probably why people listen. That's the worst thing.
You're assuming people listen.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I do, but in the same breath that if we never got a single listener, we'd still do it.
I'm gonna open the second orange, by the way.
Okay, cool. We'll pass us the wine then.
You see, we're just so cavalier about everything. Chocolate oranges, wine.
Yeah, literally. Possibly. I mean, if you do want to join us drinking wine and eating chocolate and sitting by a warm fire, you're more than welcome.
If you could go on holiday
Yes.
to anywhere in the world, you could leave tomorrow, money no object.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Where would you go?
How long for?
At least a week.
At least a week,
But
okay.
as long as you want.
Okay.
At least a week, no longer than 3, because after 3 weeks it's not a holiday.
No more than 3 weeks?
No more than 3 weeks.
Okay. See, the obvious one, money no object, off you go, would be around the world in 80 days.
I knew you were going to say that.
Or, see, if you give me a month...
No, you can't have a month.
3 weeks...
A holiday.
Okay, 3 weeks...
No, I'm not even... Around the world in 80 days is out. One destination.
Oh, really? You've got to be one place?
I'll let you travel. You have to fly to one place.
Yeah.
And then once you're at that place, you can travel further, but it has to be car or train.
So
you can't fly again.
Because travel across the States.
Yeah, I'd allow
you
that.
Would that
yeah.
Because the thing is, I keep planning that. I keep looking at that in my head. Money no object. That's... To travel across the States, it's the money.
Yeah.
Travel across Europe is fairly easy to achieve because
you interrail, don't you?
Well, even by car.
Even by car, yeah. You just jump
the
in the car
fuel
and go.
costs are not that much. Even by plane, God, it's like it is easier to do. The States is the fact that you are crossing continent, time zones.
Ooh. The fire's just raging.
Yeah. Warm.
It is. I can feel it from over here.
Oh, good.
I'm
Okay.
reasonably far away.
Cool. To me, it's that real sense of I would want. I mean, the obvious answer at the moment would just be somewhere in France. But if you're doing money no objects in that sort of gig, then I would go for something that is spectacular. I mean, sailing around all the Greek islands would be that sort of level.
For me, it's really tacky, but purely because we've been watching a lot of Disney Plus. Disney World.
Okay.
I'd like to go back to Disney World, but I'd like to stay in a Disney hotel in Disney World in Florida. I'd like to go to Florida and California. I'd go to Florida and then I'd drive to California.
Yeah. Well, it's that cross state.
Yeah. Stay in the Disneyland hotel, have all the really nice food in Disneyland.
Yeah.
All expenses paid, do all the really expensive things that you have to pay extra money for, and do that. That's what I'd like to do. I don't know why. I just really crave, because I'm supposed to be going to Disneyland Paris in August.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that still happens. Yeah, literally, touch all the wood.
Yeah.
So I'm really craving Disney.
Yeah.
And I'm also really craving hot.
Yeah.
I want to be in that disgustingly oppressive Florida heat.
40 degree.
Hating myself, drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
I want the pool. Oh, you know what I'm desperate for? Right, this is so niche, and it makes me sound like I don't even know. right now, all I want to do is get in a private swimming pool and eat barbecue lays. That's all I want to do.
Barbecue lays.
Like they're the American version of
Walkers. Lays crisps.
Barbecue lays crisps.
Yeah.
Just literally, I want to be sat in a swimming pool with the water up to my boobs.
Yeah.
And just scoffing these barbecue crisps. That's all I want to do. And I can't tell you why.
But
that's all I used to do when we went to Florida. We'd have like pool days where because we used to stay in villas and private houses, not on Disney property, and stay in...
Yeah, which is probably nicer.
Yeah, we used to just rent houses rather than staying in hotels because you get your own space, and they'd always have little pools outside. So, like, we'd have pool days where we just sat in the pool, and then we'd come out and have, like, pool lunch, which was just, like, cheese, ham, and sandwiches and barbecue crisps.
Yeah, nice.
And I just crave that. I crave being...
Is it the familiarity?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's such a good memory.
Yeah.
Being in the pool, and it's also that you're hot from outside but you're cold because of the water, and you're not sweaty, you're just quite comfortable, you're eating nice food, but you're not like really hungry because you've not really done a lot because you've been lounging, so you just want like snack, and then you know that you'll go into like the air conditioned thing and you'll have a shower and get dry, and then that evening you'll go out for food somewhere nice and then probably go see the fireworks at Disney World. And
Perfect.
yeah, I want that. I think the nostalgia is hitting me a bit, and
that's why for me it's all been like St Malo, Parc Asterix. I'm desperate to basically do Normandy, Brittany, and Loire. I'm just
all of my real holidays. Oh, fairy lights. Dear listener, fairy lights have just come on.
Jeez, okay.
But yeah, the majority of my family holidays abroad. Yeah. So we've been a lot of places in the UK, and we've been to France quite a few times. Yeah. But apart from that, we go to Florida. I'm very lucky. I know I'm very lucky. So I don't know. I'm craving that, and I'm craving just like the happiness. Because I mean, when we go, there's always like stress, because that's what happens when you go on a family holiday. There's always stressful times, and you have at least one argument and everything else, but you never remember that afterwards. You only remember the good bit, and I really want that. I really want that happiness, and that just thought of we could do anything. We could eat all the nice food. We could buy all the things. I just go to Disney and buy anything because I can. I want that. I want that feeling. I want to be in that pool eating barbecue lays. That's what I want.
One of the nicest things we've done is watch some TV shows.
We have been ploughing through the Disney Plus, like literally, which is quite interesting to me because I grew up on Disney. Disney's like my language.
I pointedly did not,
but you didn't, and not that I find that odd, but because Disney is just such a big part of my life. Yeah. That we had all the videos, we had all the toys. I remember the first time I went to a Disneyland. I went to Disneyland Paris when I must have been about like 8, 9, 10, something like that. And that was like the biggest thing that had ever happened to me, was the fact that we were finally going to Disneyland, because I used to sit in front of my TV and watch the adverts and be like, one day, and then we went, and it was like the best day of my life when we actually went. Yeah. And so my life is just so completely and utterly entrenched in Disney, to the fact that I still love it now, even though I know, it's all the bad things about it, blah, 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 blah. I love Disney. And so to be with someone who doesn't...
Who only went to Disney for the first time... last year?
No, I get Disney isn't for everyone. I just find it so weird how you can just not have it, because I don't know anything but Disney. Like Disney was how I grew up.
Yeah, for me it's things like Tintin, Asterix, Lucky Luke.
But then I had that a lot with my friends anyway. I remember all my friends in secondary school and at uni the second time. No one ever was quite so Disney mad as me, apart from a girl I lived with for a bit at uni, who I went to Tokyo Disneyland with. She was just as Disney mad. But I always not find it odd, but when people don't love Disney as much as I love Disney, it is a bit like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Disney Plus, and we've been watching a lot of stuff on there.
I have loved watching Disney Plus.
We've been giving you an education, really, haven't we? Going through all the films you haven't seen.
It's not the films.
Oh, it's the...
It's two things. It's the shorts.
The shorts were fun.
And it's the story of the Imagineers.
The Imagineering series. That was a very good series. If you have Disney Plus and haven't watched that yet,
please, even if you don't, that's find it on a torrent somewhere. Just go. Just
don't know. We don't endorse torrents.
But go and watch that.
So the Imagineering, it's all Imagineering and Imagineers is what Disney call the people who design their theme parks.
Yeah.
They're all called Imagineers.
Yeah.
And it's basically the story of the theme parks, how they were made, why they were made, and all the different things surrounding them.
I didn't even know they existed, in fairness.
What, the Imagineers?
Yeah, no idea.
Oh, yeah, it's a big thing. Well, if you've been to Disney, it's a big thing.
Well, even having been to Disney, it was like... and that whole process in the interviews and how they're doing things. And brilliant. Really, really,
it was
really
a really good show.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, especially for someone who had been to quite
Oh, yeah.
Like
I'm desperate to go back. I'm desperate to now do all of them.
Yeah. So am I.
Well, I wouldn't have thought... Even the Hong Kong one.
I just wanted to go to all of them.
Yeah, it's a genuine sense now of, and how it evolved, how it grew. I didn't realise, because obviously only being to Disneyland Paris, and you go, okay, it's Disney, fine. You don't realise actually how many problems that place had.
Oh, Disneyland Paris, yeah.
I knew there was protests when it was sort of going to happen, because that was sort of something you could kind of assume it's the French. But I didn't realise then how much, and I didn't realise then, because the problem is that when you think of Disneyland, you think Walt Disney, and that's you don't quite think of there being a president, a CEO, and there imagine how that works and the people behind it. And one of my favourite Disney films is still probably Saving Mr. Banks.
Yes, it's a good film.
And purely from it's very good. I mean, there's other Disney films that are infinitely better, like Mulan, which I adore. But how can I put it? It feels like being on a fly-on-the-wall documentary version of.
Yeah.
And to then almost get the next step of that. And that... I'm not going to say it humanises Disney, because Disney's already pretty humanised anyway. But it's fascinating to see those stages, how it... The fact that you would think anything Disney touches nowadays is instantly a hit, and actually that they went through so much that didn't work and question it.
The great thing about that show is that everyone always loves to know how things are done.
Yeah.
And especially when you've been to Disney World.
Yeah.
Disney World in general is just so unbelievably unreal.
Yeah.
That you're like, how the crap did they make this?
Yeah.
How did they take... I mean, for Walt Disney World, how do they take a bunch of swamp and turn it into the most magical place in the world?
Yeah.
Don't know. But they did. And I think that's just fascinating to me, finding out how they did things. And it's why I love they do lots of really great Pixar documentaries and Disney animation documentaries about how they make certain things, how they did certain things. And particularly when Disney is involved, I just love knowing the behind the scenes. There's some other stuff on Disney Plus as well, actually, of behind the scenes of like animation, early animation.
Yeah.
Which I think we should watch. Well, I'm going to watch anyway if you want to watch it with me. It's just nice to know, and it's just cool, especially when you love Disney as much as I do. It's just really cool to see just how they did it and what kind of things they do. Because I remember when I used to desperately want to work for Disney and like work at Disneyland. I never did in the end because I feel like it would ruin the magic for me a little bit. But my friend Sabrina, who I went to Tokyo Disneyland with, she worked at Disney World for a summer in all the food places on like the college program or whatever they call it. And she had just like a whale of a time. And like I imagine she learned so much of like the behind the scenes stuff of what goes on and all this different stuff. And I kind of wish I went with her sort of thing. But it was really cool.
And it's bringing it to life. And that's been the real joy of the Disney Plus channel, that we've actually had so much that makes you go, yeah, wow, okay. And I've forgotten. I've only just remembered, because I was going to say 3 favourite things we've watched: the shorts, the Imagineering, and can you remember what we've been watching? The Disney weddings.
Oh my god! The Disney weddings!
Oh, this is so good.
It's a program all about people having their weddings at Disney, and oh my goodness, it's amazing. I adore it. I love it so much, watching these people have weddings. You know, my favorite thing about this program.
One favourite thing, I don't believe you.
I have a lot of favourites, but one of my favourite things about this program is every time they surprised the couple with a celebrity,
Yeah.
like a singer, and then me and you were just sat there being like, who the fuck is that? Who is this person?
What?
And they come out, this like woman will come out on stage and start singing a song that I don't recognise, and I'm just like, and all the bride and groom are just like, oh my god, this person is at our wedding, oh my goodness, and I'm just there like, who the fuck is this?
It was the best one for that was the one set in the there's a part of Disneyland in Florida where it's all the different worlds. All
In
the different,
Epcot, the World Showcase in Epcot.
Yeah, and it was Venice. And beautiful wedding and wonderful...
Yeah, and then this random woman
No.
came out. Which one?
No, it is that one, but you've missed an important step here.
Have I?
Yeah, because they've got married, fantastic. They turn around, and and they're all Italian, and the old papa...
Italian-American, yeah.
Papa comes up and says, it's been a great day, I'm pleased. I'm from The Godfather, apparently.
That's such a terrible Godfather impression.
From The Godfather.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
I have a surprise for you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to offer you this present. And then out of nowhere, this random singer appears.
Yeah.
And it's like he's got the singer, and you're going...
Oh, he did. He absolutely did not get the singer. Disney got the singer.
No, exactly. But you're sort of going... Who is this?
The one that got me, we're completely spoiling it for everyone, but go, it's a joy anyway. So
It's
just watch
stunning. It's really, really,
The
really,
one that
really
got me is there was a couple who had the wedding in the Chinese pavilion.
Yes.
So the Asian man and his not Asian wife.
Yeah.
So they had like an Asian-ish wedding.
Really good. I mean,
it was lovely. Very culturally.
they got a dragon to bring out the rings.
Yeah, it was very sweet. But then they were both really big hockey fans.
Oh yeah.
And at the end, they brought out the Stanley Cup, which is apparently a big deal for hockey. And they both went insane. And I'm like, I wish there was something on
in
this
the world.
I wish there was something I could go as crazy about as they did, because they literally lost their minds and screamed. Like, they just gotten married. They just had the best day of their lives. They betrothed. They pledged themselves to each other for the rest of their lives to be in love.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they bring out the Stanley Cup and they forget all of that and just lose their minds over this dumb trophy.
Yeah. It's a genuine sort of... I have questions. I mean...
I just want to get as excited about something like that.
I mean, I was trying to... At the time, it would like Lin-Manuel Miranda do it, or...
Oh, yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda showing up at my wedding.
Or something of that.
Oh, you know what I loved?
What?
The flash mob.
Yes.
They did.
Oh.
They don't just do weddings on the Fairy Tale Weddings program. They do proposals, and one of them was a flash mob proposal. They took this girl to Disneyland, and then got her to start a flash mob around her, and then this guy appeared from nowhere and proposed, and it was beautiful.
The best one for that, and we've missed this entirely, and it's actually one of the best bits about it.
Oh,
the presenter. What was his name?
I want to say Twink, but it's not Twink.
Was it Twitch?
Twitch, yeah.
Twitch.
It's presented by this random guy and this
his wife.
gorgeous woman who is his wife.
Apparently.
She has the most amazing wardrobe.
Yes.
And apparently they're kind of famous. I'm not sure what they've been on, because I did look it up, but some American reality TV show.
Yeah.
And this guy's name is Twitch. And they keep popping up and doing really weird like intros and VTs for stuff.
Yeah.
And they were a part of the flash mob. And then
But he organised it.
At the very, very end, there was a wedding on a cruise ship, and for some ungodly reason,
they bumped into him, didn't they?
No, he was the priest.
Yeah, but they bumped into him on the boat.
No, I think he was there intentionally. I don't think it was.
And then they bumped into him. They were like,
no, they didn't bump into him.
Okay,
it was all planned.
But it was like.
He was like, can I be the officiant at your wedding?
Can I marry you? And they went, yeah.
Yeah, of course we want to be married by Twitch.
They were genuinely so excited by this.
And then me and you were just sat there going like, who's this guy and why is this exciting?
why is Twitch this hero amongst men? And he does the whole thing.
I just like
There was a gay couple, two lads.
There was a gorgeous gay couple who I really wanted to see
get married.
And all they did was go to Frozen on Broadway. It was so disappointing.
Yes, but they did their proposal. He proposed.
No,
but he did. No, he proposed.
No, because it was their anniversary.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was their anniversary.
I thought they proposed outside.
No, it was their anniversary. I think
a lot of it just got very confusing.
it was just a good program because I like weddings and I like the thought of getting married at Disney is just crazy.
Here's a question for you. Tweet us. We have an account. Sure, we don't have a Twitter account, do we?
I've made one. I just haven't made it public yet.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah, tweet us at. I'll insert the name here.
Tweet us at that link. How much do you think it costs to get married at Disney? In front of the castle.
Yeah, we did. We worked.
We Googled this.
we found the brochure.
We found the brochure.
I can't remember what it was now. I'll have to get the numbers.
Oh, it was.
To be fair,
it was about 50 grand
minimum for like the front of the castle job.
Yeah, which
if you wanted to get married,
I don't think that's a bad amount. I actually
if you've got 50 grand to spend on a wedding, absolutely go nuts.
Yeah.
But if you're just a bog standard person,
100%.
Like. To be fair though, they have like what they call their wedding pavilion, which is basically a really nice gazebo in one of their hotels, which is very nice, very fancy. And that one, to get married there, I didn't think was too bad. It was only a couple of grand for that one. Yeah. And I thought, yes, okay, you're not in Disneyland, but that's still a very pretty wedding, and you can go to Disneyland afterwards. Yeah. That would do it for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. See, this is the thing with a lot of the stuff we saw was, okay, yeah.
What was most disappointing though? They did one of the weddings they had outside the castle.
Yes. Oh, it was terrible.
What was most disappointing?
The first one we watched.
Yeah. They didn't even have it outside the castle. It was like really far behind the castle, I guess, to get better pictures. Yeah. But they had their ceremony, and then they went inside to some dumb restaurant. Yeah. Like, you'd want it outside.
Oh, you'd want the full experience.
Yeah, you'd want it, like we were saying, they had their first dance in this like weird. They'd made a restaurant into like a reception room. Yeah. And so, you'd want to have your first dance outside the castle, surely. Yes. Like, they did, to be fair, they did go and watch the fireworks. They had like private fireworks.
The fireworks was worth it.
But like, for me, if you're going to have a wedding outside the castle, you want the wedding outside the castle. Yeah. And
not, the thing is, I want it outside the castle, not on Main Street.
No, outside the castle. Yeah. You're not paying 50 grand to have a wedding inside Tony's Pizzeria or whatever restaurant it was.
Yeah, like, that was poor.
I thought that was disappointing.
I want... And even the Chinese one was very good.
I like the Chinese one.
The
Italian one,
the Italian one was fine.
I thought it was a nice wedding.
Yeah. Where was the other one we watched?
I can't even think now.
The boat was weird. The boat was
weird. To be fair, we didn't really watch these. We skipped to the end. We didn't watch the setup.
A lot of them were very much, I don't care.
We just wanted to see the fancy weddings. We didn't watch the preamble.
No.
I can't even think now.
There was, I want to say it was in Futureland. There was one in Futureland.
No, I don't think there was.
It was just, there was some, it's a good series, it's interesting, but...
If you like weddings.
Yeah.
I've never been to a wedding.
Oh, really?
Never been to it. No one I know has ever gotten married. So I've never been to a wedding. That's not really that interesting a point.
No, I've been to one.
Yes, I know you have.
Still got the candles.
Yes, you got a gift, didn't you? No, I've never been to a wedding. I just want to know what they're like. I feel like...
I had more fun bantering with the vicar. Potentially. Because it turned out he was a cricket fan as well. So all we did was talk about Jerusalem and how it should be the national anthem. And how we talked about Test cricket sides.
That's just lame, isn't it?
No, it was great. I was doing really well. I was enjoying myself.
You can talk about cricket.
Well, just talk about... Yeah, I just get on really well with people. That's my problem.
Anyway, we're coming up on an hour now.
Okay.
So I think we should draw this podcast to a close.
Perfect.
As it is getting dark and the fire's going out, I don't know if you want to fiddle with that a bit more.
Well, I was going to go get some more bits and pieces.
Okay. Well, on that note, and as the outside is getting incredibly dark, as the sun has gone down, we will call it a day on that podcast. I very much hope you enjoyed listening. And we enjoyed recording it, I'm sure. Yeah. So, catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Bye!